What is going on? We're here. We're live.
I didn't know. I didn't know if it was me or you. So I waited 1 second this time, not 15, not 12, not 13, and I jumped in.
I
So
forgot that you were on this side because I popped in after you.
yeah.
The last couple minutes, I know we're a couple minutes late. I had to get a video out over on Sports Wars because we just had a big announcement for Rumble doing this big partnership with Barstool Sports. So had to get that out there before we started the stream. Couldn't wait till an hour after. So we were finishing that up. But yes, we're here for another week of Geeks and Gamers Daily. And as always, well, as it has been the past couple days, it's me and Jay on
Mondays.
Yeah. What is all this shit you got going on behind you there? Is this more like AI art?
Yeah. It's a wish and a dream. This Punch McLightning made me this. He was Drunk 3PO's basement with couches and stuff. I was supposed to I forgot to switch it over. There we go. How's that? It's better. Then we'll switch it over. I'm back in the office as we're doing our thing. So yeah, we're having a cold front in here, and every time I tweet about it, they're like, "Oh, you people suffering in Florida for 55 degrees."
Bro, it was 40 degrees the other day.
Yeah,
It was 40. You know.
yeah.
So, I mean, you're getting close to getting a little frost or something. So
I might have to break out the. All right, help me out here. It's been a while. You have the little plastic things that go on the windshield when there's ice. What do you call those things again?
Like shields or whatever. Wait. Are you talking about the thing that you
scrape
it? Scrape? I call them an ice scraper. I don't know what
scraper. Yeah,
called,
I thought there was a unique name for those things. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, whatever. I don't have one. Yeah, the chat's roasting us for being in Florida. I totally get it. We're here. You're not.
I thought you were talking about the because for people where there's a lot of snow and shit gets iced over every freaking day, they actually put a plastic mat on their windshield for the night, and then you rip it off in the morning. Oh, that's what you're talking about at first.
They have all these new things now. Listen, I was gonna call it a scraper, but I thought there was a weird name for it. I didn't know. So yeah, the ice scraper. So this Gary says the scientific term is a credit card. People use credit card to scrape their windshields. Wow.
In a pinch before, I have used I didn't use a credit card, but I did use a Speedway rewards card. You know what I mean?
Speedway. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Rewards, bro. All about the rewards.
I think I have a Wawa rewards card, but it's somewhere in the bottom of it's probably under my floor mat in the car. So one of those things. But I had a cool weekend, Ryan. I went to the Central Florida Comic-Con in Lakeland, Florida. It was a nice little drive. Cool little Comic-Con. Actually, I enjoy the I kind of enjoy the smaller cons because there's not that many people there, and people sell hidden gems all over the place. I bought some Goonies crap. It's in the other room, and yeah, I picked up. Everyone's been screaming online about oh great, the green screen screwed it up. Anyway, the new Cobra Commander series. So I picked those up. I might when we at MegaCon, I might have Gary sketch something on the. If you don't know what these are covers, you get an artist to sketch something. It's the same book, but maybe I'll get everyone to sign this one on the or Jeremy. I'll have Jeremy draw something.
Have Jeremy draw something, yes,
since he likes Cobra Commander, and then we'll.
Yeah, I want to know what Jeremy draws like. That'd be interesting. I am whether it's my handwriting or my artistic skills, legitimately have not improved since 4th grade. I can go back and look at my 4th grade shit, and I feel like my handwriting's basically the same. I just write faster now. So I've got nowhere to talk. What is that? What is that?
It's the Cobra Commander comic book. The cover's really sick. And
a lot of green on
everyone's saying this is really good. I haven't read it yet, but there's a I don't want to give out spoilers if people were looking forward to it, but it's got an amazing crossover in it. So
Oh, really?
I'll check it out after daily. But yeah, also while I was there, it was awesome because I sat at a booth. The my man Eric, who is drawing Achromatic Chronicles Green, he had a booth there displaying his art and was selling some of his art. So I sat there, and it was awesome to see that even in like way over in a place called Lakeland, Florida, there were G&G people, and it never fails. But I have grown to accept it and love it. That when people recognize me and they're like, "Oh my God, hey, it's Jay. Is Ryan here?" That's the typical response. Nobody asked for Jeremy. Nobody asked for anybody else. They just go, "Jay, dude, what's up, man? It's funny to see you here. Hey, is Ryan here?" I should just literally just go, "Yeah, man, he's out in the park." See if they wander out there looking for you. I was like, man, you just missed him. So,
The,
you know,
the thing is,
I love it though. I love it. I've accepted it.
yeah, you guys are fucking shitting all over my hair today. I'm gonna be honest. So I took a shower last night. I didn't do anything to my hair. I didn't put any product in it, nothing. And this is what it is with like no product. So it's actually staying pretty well. But yes. So it's gonna be a little bit wild today. We'll just say it that way. We'll put it that way. You guys gotta
But yeah,
keep your
so like
jokes
I
out.
remember 2 years at MegaCon. People were in line. They're like, "Hey Jay, man, is Ryan here?" I kept bringing people over to you because y'all were standing out like near the exit, like one little area. I was like, yeah, let me walk you to him. So it was
Yeah,
pretty fun.
we ended up just standing out there and making another line basically.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
fun though. That was fun.
it
I
was
have really
cool.
good memories from that MegaCon. So yeah,
No, it
absolutely.
was it was cool. It really at the end of the day though, it's awesome to see people wearing, your merch and things like that. And it's awesome to see that people would go they went to the con and they were wearing somebody had a rebellion hat on and other merch that G&G has, and it's just like, man, you went out of the house dressed like that knowing we might not be here. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So shout out to all you guys if you're in the chat now. It was awesome meeting all of you that made it out to Lakeland. So
Yeah,
I
I
actually bought some
wrote.
comic books too. I bought a bunch of Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom, like the Temple of Doom series comics, and I bought the Cobra Command. Anyway, you spend a lot of money if you're looking for stuff. That's for sure. I just need to take a trip to Gary's house and go through all his long boxes and see if he'll, even remember if I just took a couple books out. He might. He probably would.
Did you
Maybe.
speaking of Indiana Jones, what did you feel about Indiana Jones and the Great Circle
Uh
video game?
the trailer looked decent until, he gets saved by a woman in the teaser trailer. There's a woman with the person that says we made Indiana Jones for a modern audience, you know?
Yeah.
Literally has the same haircut as the woman in the teaser trailer.
Well, kind
So,
of, yeah.
it's kind of, I don't know, man. It's like you can't trust anything anymore. You just can't they've proven over and over again they can make awesome teaser trailers, but then when the actual game comes out, I am going to go out on record and say I bet, unless it's already been announced, I don't know, but I bet like they're going to pull one of those like you got to play as Abby for, like in Last of Us, that you have to play as the woman for like half the game, whose name is Gina. So I just have a feeling like they're gonna do that. Like you're gonna be Indiana Jones, and then it's like, all right, we got to go to this side adventure. So now you have to play as Gina, the woman in the story. So
So here's the thing, to be like the whole thing itself, I liked a lot of the trailer. Um, I have some questions about, I don't know if I like the first person aspect of some of the gameplay. Your third person as you're traversing or swinging or climbing or things like that, which is cool because if I'm playing as Indiana Jones, I don't just want to see my hands. I want to see Indiana
right,
fucking Jones, right? But with that aside, there's some cool stuff that I like. I like the way the story seems to be structured. It feels like an Indiana Jones story. But yeah, obviously that one line from the woman, see if you can keep up. Well, my
well,
one thing would be, you know, if we were watching Raiders of the Lost Ark and Marion said something like that in kind of like a snotty way to him, that would kind of just be Marion, right? Um, and
Yeah,
we've seen those type of characters in Indiana Jones before. This is different though. In this day and age, after everything we just witnessed with Dial of Destiny, with Phoebe
yes.
Waller-Bridges' character, it feels a lot different now. And so it's absolutely right for people to be worried about it.
That's the thing. The other thing too is the story, the Great Circle. I just hope that they um because the way they described it in the teaser trailer, it looks like they're connecting all of religion into one big circle, right? Like which I hope they don't do. I hope they like keep the certain things separated because basically what that does is put all the movies together. It's like you're really not doing anything because everything's all connected
Well,
together.
I
So
think more so there's basically like, hey, look at these like super fucking unique historical places that all if you actually would combine them, like it makes
well, the
you
Great
know what I
Circle
mean? So
is like a one world religion type thing that everything is all connected. So and it's not about like being like, oh, I hope they don't like, like talk bad about Christians or anything. Like I'm just saying like if they keep everything separated, like these are the Christian artifacts and they meant something over here and these were, the Temple of Doom, the stones, and they meant it's not all connected into just one big circle. I think that tarnishes all the other stories completely. That's where I was going with that. But yeah, in the game they talked about like I think he said like places of worship or some things that they worship. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Like they could do like you said, if it's just like different monuments and temples and things like that they could kind of collect in their own world, I think that would work. But if they add everything to it, like this is where the ark was, and this is where this was, and this is where that was, and everything's into one big circle. It just trashes all the other stories, in my opinion, because basically is like you just got to figure out the circle, then you can figure out everything else. It's simple. So we'll see
yeah,
what happens.
this is set to take place between Raiders and Last
Yeah,
Crusade.
yeah. A lot of
So,
people don't know. I could be wrong, but Temple of Doom actually took place before Raiders of the Lost Ark, about 2 years.
a
So
lot of people, including Kathleen Kennedy, who was in the
yeah,
fucking movie, doesn't even
yeah,
know that it's a prequel, essentially.
right. Yeah, yeah. Don't get me started on the.
Yeah, because that was like
She was a dancer in the film,
She
actually,
was.
too.
She's in
She
the
was a
first 2 or
dancer.
3 minutes in that in
Yeah,
that first segment. You know, Kathleen Kennedy, you can pause it and find her face right there. You know, didn't mind being objectified apparently for that movie. But there was this happened a couple years ago. She was talking about some of the reaction to The Last Jedi and blah blah blah. She's like, sometimes, these middle movies, they're often a little bit darker until you head towards, the finale, which is a little bit lighter tone. And she mentioned Indiana Jones being that way. And it's like, well, no, Temple of
yeah.
Doom takes place years before Raiders. It's not like it's the second movie in that trilogy, and that's why the tone is that way. It's a fucking prequel, but
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
only a year. Someone said it's only a year. I thought it was more than that. Young Rip
what the
has
fuck
something to
is
say
this?
to you.
Bud Ice of the Rippaverse booth of MegaCon, come on by. You know what? Listen, if you fucking bring me one, I'll fucking pound it.
He'll
But
drink it.
but like only if there's nothing else. But I mean, I probably will if you bring one, Rippa. So we'll see. But yes, I will be at the MegaCon. We'll be at Orlando MegaCon in less than 2 weeks now. Got about a week and a half till that thing starts. We'll be making some appearances at the Rippaverse booth. I think right after our panel and also again on Sunday. So it's going to be a blast. For you guys that don't know, our big panel at MegaCon is at 1:15 from 1:15 to 2. That's going to be myself, Eric, Jeremy, Gary from Nerdrotic, and the Critical Drinker flying all the way from across the pond to come here for our MegaCon panel. I know Drinker's going to be at the Rippaverse booth as well at different times. So yeah, it's going to be a blast. And Jay is going to be running around the entire time like a chicken with his head cut off doing stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. You can meet me at the Gina Carano booth. So get your autographs and pictures and all those things. I'll be there. I'm going to try to sneak off to hang out with everyone at the panel if I can. During maybe they have like a lunch break or something, but there's going to be it's going to be awesome to like see everybody, see everybody that's there and all the interactions. Who knows? Who knows who you might bump into while walking around MegaCon? Like, who knows?
It's going to be the guest list has just gotten
It just
insane from
doesn't
what it
stop,
was the
does it?
past couple of years. It was obviously a good guest list before. The
Yeah.
guest list is wild.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of fucking people.
I did hear, like, I think Theory might show up. He's bringing a bunch of free merch to give away at the booth.
Yeah, Star Wars Theory is going to be there. I don't know
Nylon's got some Gina
days or whatever,
shirts
but
that
yeah.
I just dropped off at the G&G house. Some Gina Carano shirts from Nylon that they're gonna give away, I think, or something like that. Anyway, I had a box, like all that stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff happening. So, like, I saw like a ton of Geeks and Gamers hats and like stuff over there at right here at the HQ. So they're getting Jeremy's actually getting things ready to go, man. It's gonna be crazy if he pulls it off.
And we are, again, for people that are wondering about the meetup afterwards, there is going to be something that happens on Saturday night. We are still trying to finalize details. We really want to tell you guys, but we really got to make sure it's completely good to go before we do. But yeah, so we'll talk about that. That'll be after the convention at a different location, but pretty close by. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right, let's catch up with some of these super chats though,
Sure.
Jay. Tomac for $50 over the weekend. My Steam gave me a slow your roll message. I made sure that everyone on the friend list had Pal World, and I may have cleared out a few streamers' wish lists. $500 well spent. Holy shit, Tomac, that's crazy, dude. Pal World is taking over. I don't know if you've seen that, Jay, but like it's just setting records in terms of viewership and stuff like that, and like concurrent players on Steam. That's that.
Is
What
that
was
the company
described?
didn't they say they're getting like death threats or something? Am I thinking of the same thing? Probably not.
They're the ones that a lot of people are describing it as like
Pokemon?
Pokemon, right, Pokemon, but like a shooter and stuff. Like
Yeah.
that's that game. Now there's been some
I think Yellow
alleged
Flash made a video. Sorry about I didn't mean to cut you. Go ahead.
yeah, there's some people that are really fucking upset because they think that like AI was used to make these things or whatever, so they're fucking going all in against the game. But right now it's
Yeah,
just super
see,
fucking popular.
Yellow Flash made a video. See, I watch your stuff, Yellow Flash. He made a video on this. I'm not too let me share this real quick since you brought it up. Yeah, this was from IGN. It says Pal World's developers say that they have received death threats from like Pokemon people.
Yeah, there's some people that are like
So,
Pokemon people that are upset. There's some people that are mad because they're alleging they used a bunch of AI art for it and things like this. It's kind of
you know,
silly.
you know, when I see like people have received death threats for doing something, I always think of Ryan and I go, well, I bet you don't compare to how many Ryan gets on a regular basis.
Yeah,
And I get some every now and then too, just for sitting next to him.
yeah. Jake sometimes gets caught up in the we'll call it the backwash.
Sure.
Jay gets the backwash from the hate for me sometimes. You never know how that might go.
I get it. Yeah. Backwash is nasty too, but it happens, man. What are you going to do?
It can be.
What are you
Tomac
gonna
gives 5 Geeks and Gamers memberships as well. Thank you, Tomac. Random travel videos for 2. Hey, Jay, have you ever met Adam the Woo?
Multiple times. I actually had lunch with him. Yeah, multiple times. Multiple.
Yeah.
He's just. I don't. You probably don't know who he is, do you? He knows who. He definitely knows who Geeks and Gamers, and
Adam the Woo.
because he's just a vlogger. Like every day he just walks around town, takes a picture of his face, puts it in the thumbnail, and just says, "Hey, today I went and got coffee. Today I went to." He's got 700,000 subs. You know, it's all he does. Doesn't do anything. Like, he just kind of wanders around Orlando and does stuff. Good on him, man. Good on him. But he recognized, it's crazy. He recognized me because I had a park hopping shirt on that had the G&G logo on it, and he stopped me and he was just like, "Hey, I know those people." And I was like, yeah, he knew who Jeremy was. Like, he talked about Jeremy, but then we ended up like hanging out and just, you know, just chatting and everything. And he just like his story, like, real quick, and I'll be done. He used to be homeless and he started recording videos on YouTube living in a van like 9 years ago or whatever it was, like from his cell phone. And now he's turned into this. Now he bought a house in Celebration, dude. Like, those houses ain't cheap, man.
No, they're not.
All he does every day, he just wakes up and is like, I got my coffee. Let's take a walk. Oh, look, there's a squirrel. Like, Let's go to Disney World. Let's go to Universal. Let's walk around SeaWorld. That's all he does.
How does it make
Crazy.
you feel that you like bust your ass trying to make
I'm
videos for your
quitting.
channel? Yeah, and he just walks around. He's got almost 1 million subs.
That's what I'm
doing
saying.
nothing.
I'm gonna be one of those guys like that makes those videos. This is my last video on YouTube. Seems been going around this year, 2024. So my bad. Okay, my bad. Jay had coffee today. You want to let Ryan talk? You're right. You're
No,
right.
I actually told Jay
My
to
bad.
talk a lot because I had to make that kind of emergency video for Sports Wars. I was like late, so I didn't have a couple articles pulled up. So in Jay's, like, to be fair to Jay, I told him to talk a little more than he normally would. So I actually had some time to pull up articles.
Yeah.
Jay's doing exactly what he was asked to do.
Because I'm scared of Ryan. I don't want anything to happen. I don't want to get a text later. They're rough, man.
That's right. Hey,
I have a special alarm when he texts me too. I'm like, oh shoot.
I pretty much never message anyone anything. Like even when even if I were upset, I wouldn't say anything.
So when it comes in,
I keep it inside like a man. All right, don't fucking say anything.
Yeah, but like Adam the Woo, man. Congrats on you, man.
Greg Koenig for $10. Hey Jay, Cobra Commander 1 is a continuation from the new Duke 1, which is awesome. All parts.
I heard that as soon as I sent these to Yellow Flash, I was like, I picked these up, and he's like, you got to get Duke and the Transformers book. So I was like, all right, great. Now I got to buy more stuff. But it's awesome to actually feel like you're collecting comics again. Like seriously, it's really awesome to feel like there's something out there that I could collect comics and read and enjoy again. So shout out Ripaverse, who got me buying comics again. And now I'm looking for other stuff.
All parts of the Energon universe starts with Void Rivals 6 issues, then Transformers, then Duke 1, and now Cobra Commander. That's cool. Is Channing Tatum involved creatively at all? Oh, well, disappointing. Tobias Nexus for 10. Pokemon fanboys are so mad and it's hilarious. If Nintendo really cared, they would have stomped it down years ago in development, not after it came out. Nintendo has a history of it for sure. Yeah, it's like what I hope this does is make like the Pokemon company realize, holy shit, like we could go all out like on this. We could like put all of our resources behind it and make something fucking incredible and people would eat it up. You know what I mean? Instead of doing the same shit they've been doing. But anyway, that green fucker for $2. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Is that his name? Like, oh, it's Rippa.
It's Rippa.
I didn't even know. I was reading from the super chat sheet. From the super chat sheet. That's hard to say.
Why is Rippa Baby Yoda? What the freak, man? The internet is undefeated.
Lord Botha, remember for 2 months, can't show too much Indiana Jones as in an Indiana Jones game. Too straight, too white. That's why it's first person. Maybe. Bruce for $5, Bud Light, good for a pounding. Hey, we're talking about Bud Ice, not Bud Light.
Bud Ice is a big difference. Usually you can only find it in corner stores. In the neighborhoods, you don't really want to stroll down in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's not easy buying Bud Ice, to be honest with you. But let's see, the Nets rack for 100 Denmark somethings. I may not agree with all your opinions, but I respect and love you and enjoy your content. Almost no homo. Well, let's get it a little further, all right, than almost. But thank you. I appreciate that. The Nets rack.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Who in the world would agree with everything I say?
Lord Botha for 5. I have a feeling Pal World is going to be Jeremy's gateway drug to Minecraft-style survival battle gamers. You never know.
Have you played it?
No, I haven't had time, man.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think you would. I was just wondering.
I mean, I'm not it looks fucking cool. I haven't had too much time to watch people play it either, but the little I've seen of it looks fucking cool, and I want to play it for sure. Yeah. Cable Watson for 2. The Woo name comes from being a crazy power bottom. Is that true?
I have no idea. I think it has something to do with his last name, but
Project Taco for $5. I'm in Mexico, hoping these aliens were real, so I got more things to fuck these Chanel optics. Got me seeing shit. Also, Zaza got me speaking Esperanto. Thank you, Project Taco.
Thank you.
I mean,
holy crap, dude. Tacos look good though.
yeah, they do. I made tacos the other day, actually.
Good
Fucking good.
call.
Taker for 2. When was Jay named CEO of G&G? Nice office.
Happened. We just did it quietly after I got a $30 million raise.
And we didn't want to advertise it. Do you remember when it must have been, I don't know if Punch McLightning did that or these ones, but I remember somebody tweeted out an AI version of the G&G like HQ, like multi-levels and stuff. There were a couple of people that thought it was real. It's like,
wait,
bro,
are you talking about this photo right here that I was using earlier? Like this one?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That there was some people when they saw that on Twitter, they thought it was legit. And it's like, no. No. That's not real. It's AI. Looks fucking cool though.
That's Punch McLightning, man. Dude does good stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. Cole Hauser for $10. Bite your tongue, Ryan. Never mention Channing Tatum again. Hey, Jay, my buddy mentioned Cobra Commander, but I'm old school. We'll stick to G1 original comics. Love the daily. 199 Yojo. Praise Ara.
I have the 2 greatest G.I. Joe comics ever made graded. G.I. Joe #1, I think 27. The silent issue. I got them graded. So, yeah, that was good stuff back then. It was a simpler time.
Yeah, those were the days, huh?
Yeah.
Bolt 95 Survivor over on Rumble. Jay, I have a pirate anime for you. The Magnificent Kotobuki. It's a bit of a different take on how pirates raid towns. Write the name down if you're interested.
You know what'd be best? Could you email that to me at drunk3po@gmail.com? I would definitely love to check it out.
The Magnificent Kotobuki.
Yeah, there's no way I know how to spell that.
But thank you. Ronan for $5. Ryan, when you get to the age of hair loss, do you see yourself as an Al Bundy from Married with Children or more of a Lex Grossman from Tropic Thunder?
Les Grossman for sure.
I mean,
he's Les Grossman right now.
Attitude-wise, probably Les Grossman. In terms of my of losing my hair, listen, man, I've had a big-ass forehead since I was in high school. So
Same.
It is what everyone's always like, look, I'm like, no, I'm just fucking, I got a massive fucking forehead. If my hair ever does like legit start to go, I'll probably just fucking shave the whole thing off, to be honest with you.
I wish after after Ryan cusses out people, like I wish he would just say, we don't negotiate with terrorists at the end of every time he does it.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
That's what Les Grossman did. He cussed out that dude.
Yeah.
Hangs up on him, looks around, it's like, we don't negotiate with terrorists. It was beautiful.
Like,
Tom Cruise's best role.
I'm at the point, you guys are always fucking shit on my hair. I'm at the point where I had like every 2 months when I give a haircut out every month, and every other time I go in there, I have to get it like fucking thinned out because I got so much fucking hair.
Yeah.
But I'll be really fucking sad if it ever does actually go, and I ain't gonna try to hang on to it. I ain't gonna try to fucking
comb over.
I'm not gonna do it. If it happens, it happens. It's fucking leaving. That's what's gonna happen if it ever does really go.
If you shave your head right now, you'll look like you star in American History X.
I know. I mean, listen, I saw it. When I went to boot camp, right? When I went to boot camp, they gave you the real short buzz cut, and so I've seen what it looks like. It ain't great. It ain't great. But I'm gonna do that rather than like
I'll shave my head too, just for the heck of it.
Yeah, we'll make it a whole Geeks and Gamers.
Yeah, let's just do a whole thing.
That'll be great for the image.
I'll let you shave my head. I'll shave yours. Maybe not.
That'll be great. That'll be great.
Well,
I'm not getting a comb over, says the man with the comb over. But my hair is going to the side, right? But I have fucking hair. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like my hair is non-existent. The hair is there. It just goes to the side. The comb over is for people that are trying to cover up your bald shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, where the fuck am I? The Nets Rack. Welcome to the 199. Thank you, the Nets Rack. Ryan sings the classics for $5. For the first time, just about 10:30, for the first time in history, it's going to start. Raining Men. It's Raining Men. Hallelujah. It's raining man. Amen. Thank you. Beardo's toupee for $199. Beardo is Lex Grossman right now. Trust me. Well,
he just doesn't have the attitude for less, man. It's kind of a softie.
Well, Jay, let's get into Star Wars real quick. I don't know if you've heard. I don't know if you've heard.
I saw your video this morning, and I was the $12.5 million makes sense now, if that's true.
Maybe. We've certainly been talking a lot about Disney Star Wars over the first couple of weeks of 2024. And as always, when we talk about Disney Star Wars, it's usually for something bad. We had the crazy comments from Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy that resurfaced. We saw her interview with CNN on New Year's. And of course, a lot of people very skeptical of what's coming from the activist woke director and a script that's still not yet complete when it comes to the Rey movie. And, I shouldn't say a lot. One single rumor was out there about it being indefinitely delayed. Didn't really seem right with everything else we've heard. Seems like that's pretty much been completely and totally debunked. But now we're starting to hear more about this, not just about the Rey movie itself, but that she might be in more than one movie. Just what everybody wants. Star Wars, Daisy Ridley's Rey rumored to return for more than one movie. Star Wars sequel trilogy star Daisy Ridley's apparent new hefty paycheck for returning as Rey Skywalker may not be just one movie. And that did come out that she's going to get paid reportedly $12.5 million for her return to the Star Wars franchise. Certainly a far cry from the probably $300,000 she got for Force Awakens before anyone knew who she was. But considering this is a person whose, last couple, movies have just fucking failed hard at the box office, I don't know if she's going to be the draw that people think. But if you want Rey, Daisy Ridley kind of comes with it. Rey's next film, rumored to be titled New Jedi Order, was next in line for the movie lineup from Lucasfilm, although the recently announced Mandalorian Grogu has taken the spot. May have taken the spot or maybe an additional spot. I guess that's yet to be determined. This, along with a lack of updates on Rey's future movie, caused a lot of questions. However, insider Jeff Snyder has assured fans the movie's neither dead nor delayed, predicting the Mandalorian film will take place in the May 2026 and that the Rey movie will probably be the December release. In his newsletter, Snyder notes that Sean Levy's Star Wars project might also include Rey in some form. Now, Sean Levy's project is not something we've heard a ton about. We heard whispers about he may want to work with Adam Driver because they're friends, and he kind of joked about that. But it certainly did seem to indicate that it was after the sequel trilogy era. We might not just get a Rey movie. She also might make an appearance in another movie set after the sequels. Hey, what are your feelings about that? Not only is this not, canceled or infinitely delayed, but we might actually get two movies with Rey in them.
Just all in, man. I hope they put all their chips in Rey Skywalker and puts them all in. That's what I hope. Obviously, if this is true, then yeah, the $12.5 million. It wouldn't surprise me if she signed on for a trilogy. Like if the Rey film, if they thought the Rey film was going to do really well, then maybe they would do a sequel to it and be like, oh, it just got announced. Like we're going to do like two more. Or, and if Steve Levy's film is just, maybe she's going to be like the Grand Master Jedi, older Rey that makes an appearance to give an awesome speech to get the rebels to what they got to do. I don't know. What else can they possibly do? But it does sound like they probably, if that paycheck is real, that they just signed her on to do multiple projects and maybe like, TV shows and everything like that as well. So.
Well, she has been pretty vocal about, because she's been asked that, is it going to be part of is this going to be like episode 10? Like there's been a lot of questions about that. She's been pretty adamant that no, it's just a standalone movie. We'll see what happens going forward. So I don't know about that in terms of like them trying to turn that shit into a trilogy. But to me, it sounds more like she might be involved in a very small role in Sean Levy's movie.
Right.
Obviously, they're probably in the really early stages. And quite frankly, we don't even have a finished, total, full, complete script for the Rey movie yet either. So,
listen, I'm
a lot
telling
of
you,
clearly speculation.
If they drop that Rey film and it does numbers, I guarantee you they're going to do a second one.
Well,
So
yeah, they would.
I
Yeah.
think they just trying to like. I mean, I don't think it's going to do numbers. I hope they spend $500 million on that film. I want this to be the big. I want them to come out and say we're this is the biggest blockbuster movie we like of all time. We've spent all kinds of money on this. There's going to be tons of cameos. You're going to love it. I just hope they just throw it all in there. I hope Palpatine shows up. You know, I hope like she has visions of her dad, you know, running around when she was a little kid of Palpatine, or what is he, his grandfather, whatever he is, you know, running around. Like, I hope all that's in there. Like, just don't hold back. I hope she like stumbles like in the Rise of Skywalker, where that whole movie was, hey, we need to find a dagger. Oh, look, I tripped over one in the sand. That will work. You know, I hope it's like that. She trips over and falls into a time travel machine and meets up with Ahsoka and Grogu. And, you know, they have some tea talking about old times of the Jedi and the Force. Like, please put that in there. What are they waiting for? You know, I hope she like time travels everywhere and blows up the first and second Death Star. You know, I hope she's there using the Force powers to tell Darth Vader to turn on Palpatine in Return of the Jedi. That's what I want, man. Please, please, for the love of God, just do it. At this point, just do it.
Just go all in and do everything you
And
want.
that's like
it could be the worst thing possible.
yeah,
I would love it.
Just go. I would love it too.
And I just want to once again reiterate that Dave Filoni is overseeing this.
That's correct.
I just want to make everyone aware that that is the case. Has been the case at Lucasfilm for quite some time. He's got input on all these different projects, but just want to make it very crystal clear for everyone out there that man, if you hate this movie, if you hate the idea, Dave
That's
Filoni,
where you point
right
the
there.
finger at, right there. Good old
That's
Dave.
right.
He's ready.
Also, if your dog mysteriously goes missing, or if your dog mysteriously, you know, comes back home and is walking with a little bit of a limp, you know, probably blame Dave Filoni for that.
Look, Ryan, look at this, man. Like, we're talking about, like, did you see this?
Yeah, this is crazy.
That is insane. So I hope the Ray film has 2,000 VFX artists working on it. You know, even though Godzilla only had 35. So, you know, that's what I'm hoping for. Like, get them all. That's insane, dude.
Only 35 VFX artists. Yeah. That's
anyway, that was my rant for the day.
Good rant. Good rant. Lower Lips Liquor. I love that name for $5. Gifted 5 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, Lower Lips Liquor. Commander 062 for $5. $12 million Godzilla -1's budget. That's a modern classic. She doesn't deserve the $300K she got on the first one. Thank you. Jay's something or other for $199. G&G Skinheads confirmed. Not yet.
Not yet.
Cole Hauser for $2. What do you think of the Bricklayer trailer? $199. What's the Bricklayer trailer?
I have not seen that.
I don't even know what that is. Hercules for $199. Just get Jeremy's barber to cut your hair. Jeremy's barber is himself.
All right, let me walk you down Jeremy's barber. Jeremy will get a hat, and if it doesn't fit right on his head, like it might be pushed up because it's a little like bushy, he'll just take the clippers in the bathroom and just do a ring around, just so it like settles down on the hat settles down. I wish I was making that up.
There is like
that's it.
There is some level of just like no shame, like such a little care factor that is a little envious. You know, it's like, God, I wish I just literally didn't care about anything. You know, I can not imagine doing that. That's wild to me. But hey, good on him.
The only reason why I know that, I think Ryan was with me. We were going on the Velocicoaster. And if you go on the Velocicoaster, you have to put they don't like if you go on this roller coaster, you have to take they don't let you have anything. Like you can have a watch on, your wallet, key, anything in your pocket, bag, hats, everything has to go in a locker because they don't want anything flying off. So Jeremy took his hat off. And we were like, what the freak? He goes, I don't care. I just shaved it myself. Just shaved the sides.
It looked fucked. It looked like you know, it looked like when like it looks like, you know, when there's freshmen on football teams and, you know, the upperclassmen just make them do whatever the fuck and kind of haze them and shit. It looked like that was a haircut that the upperclassmen gave to a freshman, like made him walk around with. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
But hey, it is what it is.
It's part of his lore.
He's got fucking curly ass hair, dude.
Yeah. It's like ramen noodle. When he lets it grow, it looks like he put like a hard piece of ramen noodle. Right. Ryan's gone, everyone. I got him to laugh. It's like a hard piece of ramen noodle on his head. So
it does kind of look like that.
Yeah.
Ryan, there's freshmen on the football team. What does that statement even mean? Anyway, we also got to talk about the newest Marvel disaster, by the way.
The stream is over.
Yeah, it's fucking done. I want to talk about Madam Web. This does not bode well. But let me pull this shit up here. Boom. You would think that after the disaster that was the Marvels that launched back in November, that Marvel might wait a little while before the next girl boss cringe team-up movie. That was not the case. But this time it's not Disney Marvel, it's Sony Marvel, and it comes in the form of Madam Web. Just a few days after the Marvels, officially became the biggest flop in the history of the MCU at that pathetic opening weekend, they decided it was good timing to drop this, the Madam Web trailer that got ratioed to hell, over 200,000 dislikes to just over 100,000 likes because of the cringe dialogue, because of how the outfits look, because of virtually everything about the movie, the acting. And people thought, well, here we go again. But then it just continued to get worse. We found out that almost the entire movie needed to be rewritten and reshot in parts because they had planned on Andrew Garfield being the center of the Sony Spider-Man universe that doesn't have a Spider-Man in it. And then they changed things to Tom Holland. So this kind of period piece that they were doing didn't make sense based on the dates. Just a complete and total nightmare. But Jay, now that this movie is less than a month away from release, we're finally getting some projections for the opening weekend. And spoiler alert, doesn't look that good. Madam Web projected $25 to $35 million opening weekend. To put that in perspective, Morbius was a $39 million opening weekend. These are the same writers that did Morbius. This is in the same universe that Morbius takes place.
Yeah.
And right now it's tracking significantly behind Morbius.
Good Lord.
Which I think ended up, making $160 million worldwide when it was all said and done. Now, to be fair to these Sony movies, they're way cheaper than the Disney movies are. The Disney Marvel movies, $300 million for the Marvels. Madam Web's probably an $80 million movie. So, even if it only does make $150 million, it's not losing nearly as much money as some of these fucking dog shit movies they're putting out at Disney. But still, that is rough, dude. There's just no interest in this thing at all.
What they're trying to do, I think, with the teaser trailer, which I hated. I hated the song they played in that teaser trailer. Freaking annoying. It seems like they were trying to find, I don't know what, a teenager audience. And the sad reality is, if we're dealing with with a generation that doesn't really have too much interest in other these type of side stories from a Spider-Man universe. So the trailer looked terrible, but it just looked like they were trying to grab a younger audience that really has no interest in these type of films at all, because obviously they weren't trying to cater to any comic book people, because this ain't the Madam Web I remember, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's imagine my shock that it's not going to do well in the box office.
Yeah, it definitely felt like a CW show, right?
Yeah.
That's how the trailer felt. It felt like a cringe CW show, brought to the big screen. And, it certainly doesn't help that the director said, yeah, even though we're supposed to be in the Sony Spider-Man universe, it's actually its own standalone world that we're doing. Probably because they fucked everything up so bad that they had to like do these forced reshoots because it was so fucked up. They decided to just disconnect it as much as possible. Everything that comes out about this, seems to get worse. Other than that one advertisement, the one positive thing they had was that advertisement where Dakota Johnson sounded like she wanted you to jerk off while you came to the movie theater. That was about the only thing that had some positive feedback. You didn't see that?
Man, they should have just put Sydney Sweeney in just let her walk around in the teaser trailer. I bet more people would go.
Yeah, and let her look hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
Madam
some kind of beach scene maybe that might have worked, but yeah, it's I had like I think it was me and you that reviewed the trailer. I was like, man, I just the music was terrible.
What
hated
do
it.
You want
Yeah, that's what they kept saying over and over again. I was like, this is awful. Zero interest.
I'm trying to find this a new promo. Here it is. This is what I wanted here. Where the fuck? Here, I pulled it up on Twitter. This is the one I'm talking about, Jay. Now, this is clearly, not meant for translated for a different audience, but I want you to watch this. This is the only thing we've seen so far that's really gotten any sort of positive attention, especially from a male audience. Let me know if you can tell me why.
So, while my character in the movie may be able to see the future, I also can. And I know what the future brings. I know that when you see Madam Web, you're going to love it. In fact, I think you're going to see it twice.
She went full, back into her 50 Shades of Grey era for this. Look at what she's doing with the mouth right here. Look at this.
God, I just remember Madam Web being like an old grandma that couldn't see, that sat on a web and Spider-Man talking to her.
She's like, I can take my teeth out for you if you like that kind of thing.
Madam Web, you're going to love it. In fact, I think you're going to see it twice.
You're going to love it. So that's the only positivity they've gotten with that so far. But yeah, put out one of those with Sydney Sweeney. It'll probably go over well. That's my guess.
You have any interest in this film whatsoever?
Laughing at it.
Yeah, that's about it.
Comes out Valentine's Day.
Does it really? Of all things. Yeah. Wow.
Maybe they're hoping that women will make their boyfriends take them to it. I don't fucking know.
It's wild.
Johnny Lightfoot says, "Pop a boob out, then I'll believe you." There you go.
Zero interest in this film. It's gonna come and go.
Oh, there's Jeremy in the chat.
Yeah,
there's Jeremy.
Probably just woke up.
Where are we here? Oh, I said that one. The Angry Badger for 199. Cade taking death sticks to ignore Luke is best. Yes. So for people that aren't aware of the Legacy comic book run that takes place about 140 years after Star Wars: A New Hope, Cade Skywalker, obviously a descendant of Luke Skywalker, really is kind of rejecting his legacy and rejecting what he wants to do. And Luke is appearing to him as a Force ghost, and he literally gets high on fucking death sticks so that he can't connect to Luke's vision. So that he fucking ignores Force ghost Luke Skywalker. It's pretty wild. But yeah, Cade Skywalker's cool as shit.
Wow. That's Patrick in the comics?
Mm-hmm. Patrick Kelly for $5. What aspect of Ahsoka is woke? Where's the identity politics? I think I missed it. I don't think woke is a super great description of Ahsoka. I think intersectional. When you look at intersectional feminism in Ahsoka, that is chock full of it.
I'm going to use a word people might understand. Boring. comes to mind when I think of Ahsoka.
Yeah, that's true.
And especially if you didn't watch Rebels, you're really confused. So there you go. It's the word I use.
And like again, it's all this shit where Ezra fucking gets sidelined and kind of like made a fucking fool. Thrawn is supposed to be this super fucking incredible badass, and they fucking absolutely destroy him. Mon Mothma is the only one up there on the council who like really actually cares about what's going on, but all the fucking men up there are either just fucking evil, completely incompetent, or are standing by and like watching it happen as Hera just demands better from them. It's all the same bullshit that we see time after time after time.
The entire show is summed up. Ahsoka trades places with Ezra. The end. Nothing else happens in the film. Literally nothing else happens.
Can't wait for season 2.
Yeah, I think season 2 will have 10 episodes. Ahsoka finally gets off the planet. The end. Now go watch the film.
That green fucker for 2. I thought Jeremy's bald. Pictures or it didn't happen. You don't want to see him. Cole Hauser, Canadian $2. The bricklayer Aaron Eckhart looks badass. The bricklayer sounds like a construction worker gone rogue.
Like the beekeeper.
Yeah,
People
I guess
seem to like
of.
that film. I haven't seen it, but
I still want to watch it. I just didn't have a chance.
I do too.
Where was this? Hercules for $199. Is this Jamie's haircut? No.
Nah.
Look at the
Good
ears
try.
on that guy.
Good try though.
Bro, that dude like fucking walks out in a gust of wind, he might blow away with those ears. Holy
He
shit.
could fly. You, me, and the movies in the chat. What's up, man? I would prefer the pipe layer. Said that's what he said. Movie.
Damn. Let's see. Taker for $2. Thrawn is Fear the Tardo in Ahsoka. Yeah, like Thrawn is so fucking incompetent and stupid. Like, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, that COVID weight.
Yeah, he's fat too. Everybody else is fucking dying. He's been fucking feasting. Like, how did Thrawn get so fucking fat? Bullshit. He should be skinny as fuck to look like they're barely surviving out there. Said he looks like Santa Claus. Kaylin Blackwell for 2. Madam Web looks good for gooners. Yeah, maybe. Project Taco for 5. The alien got me smoking some Qui-Gon gin. Vietnamese, Phillips head runts. They got me pissing, shitting, and shooting ropes. You translate, Jay? You know Spanish?
I missed that one. Sorry.
This alien got me smoking some Qui-Gon gin. Vietnamese, Phillips head runts. They got me pissing, shitting, shooting ropes.
As long as you're having fun legally.
Have fun in Mexico. Vic's World for $10. Watched this movie called Judgment Night yesterday. Solid 90s action thriller starring Cuba Gooding Jr., Dennis Leary, and Everlast. The film's accompanied by an awesome new metal rap soundtrack. Cool. I haven't seen Cuba Gooding Jr. around in a while.
I thought he was in jail.
He got arrested for feeling somebody up, but I don't know if he's still in jail for that. Yeah. Fictitious Dave Savage for 2. Raise new power to give others force powers. It basically like Echo. That's what Echo's power is. So that would make a lot of sense.
I haven't seen the series yet.
Zeke the Wise, member for 7 months. Star Wars is dead. Marvel's dying. Wonder what's next. We can only guess. We can only guess at what's next. But all that being said, we're only a couple minutes until noon. I know we got a touch of a late start because we were getting a video out, but we got through it. Jay, what do you got going on this week, man?
DC's next, huh? Well, tonight on my History of Pirates channel, Shad from Shadversity is coming on, and we're going to be talking pirate weapons. He's going to pull out his sword and pull out.
Really? We had that happen on FNT once with Gavin Dennis, so be careful.
Well, my channel's pretty small, so the my blunderbuss gun that I got, and we're going to talk about the weapons that pirates used on a ship for an hour, so it should be fun. I always like those. So it's a away from pop culture stuff. So if you want to break from that, head on over to that channel. So a little different than normal. So it'd be awesome to have Shad on where he's not talking pop culture. He's actually talking about what his channel was made for, swords and weapons and stuff. So that'll be pretty cool to see.
That'd be cool.
And then it's like getting ready for like MegaCon and stuff. It's pretty much what's going on this week. Just so I don't know, man. Like, no surprise. It just seems like you said, like every day the list gets bigger, and the things people want us to go and see. It's awesome. This is definitely huge compared to what was it, last year that we had the panel and a meetup at City Walk. The City Walk meetup last year was like in the rain, was it? Was it not? Or was that 2 years ago? So for MegaCon. But
2 years,
I think
maybe?
that was 2 years ago. It was in the porn because I had to miss that because I had to go to the meeting. But even last year, Ryan bought a big box of donuts for everyone last year. We were at City Walk.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
I was next. I stood next to you. It was like it was awesome. At least I had 3 of them, by the way. Those are freaking Voodoo donuts are awesome.
I thought that was just last time we went to Universal. I did that.
You did that too when we met. Oh my gosh, who did we meet? Happens all the time.
I don't know. The last time we were, because remember I was holding. Last time I was at Universal with you, I was holding that. Wait, you weren't there when that guy dropped his phone, were you?
I was there.
Did you watch
we
it
went
happen?
there we went there to meet somebody. Who the freak?
Drew.
Jay. Yeah,
Drew.
Drew Hernandez. Yeah, that's right.
Were you there when that guy dropped his phone in front of me?
It was hilarious. I was trying not to laugh. So I was waiting for Ryan to say something. It's freaking hilarious. So yeah. I just love the fact that when I go to Universal with Ryan, like it's man, it is an awesome experience, man. It just feel like I get so much joy out of it. Because it doesn't matter where he is, what he does, even if he tries to avoid it, somebody that's really overweight tries to hit him with their scooter. I don't know what it is. They always end up veering in front of him or something like that. He's got to slow down and walk. And then like, the last time I stood in, this guy was standing in front of like the dragon to breathe fire, and I accidentally like strolled in front of him right when it happened. And my big head blocked his camera.
Dude was probably waiting there for 10 minutes to get a fucking TikTok video of that dragon breathing fire. And Jay's big ass walks right in front of him. And like the dude looks so dejected. He's like this. He's like sitting there like this. Jay walks right in front of him as it happens. And Jay just turns around and looks at the fucking thing instead of getting out of the way. And I look at the dude and he's just like this. He's like, doesn't say anything. Just looks dejected as fuck. It was really funny.
He didn't say anything to me. Oh well. That place is pretty crowded, so he was a short guy too, so he's gotta understand it's gonna happen. Yeah, so we'll see.
Maybe he thought you were going on a special tour or something. Didn't want
possible. You never know. You never know how those things work, but yeah. You never know. But if you are coming to MegaCon and you end up going to Universal Studios, I hope that you guys try the butterbeer there and partake in all the other things that are happening. I think Universal is actually doing a special MegaCon at night party for with a special ticket.
I think on Friday they are, yeah.
I think that would be. I don't believe I'll be going to that, but I think that's going to be awesome because it'll be like a lot less lines, less crowds, things like that. And you could experience that as well. So you go to MegaCon during the day, go to Universal at night on a Friday. So there's a lot of stuff happening there.
And I think there's going to be a lot of like, they're going to let you go in your fucking cosplay or whatever. Like you were to the con, you can go. So hopefully it'll be nice and cool.
That's where you like, you'll bump into people that you probably paid $150 for a photo. You might bump into them there. So during that, so.
Yeah, we are on the list, by the way. They've got our panel listed up there at 1:15 on Saturday, so you guys can see it. Says the room number and theater 3 and everything right there. So it's officially up on the MegaCon website. So there you go.
Theater 3. So that's probably the second floor like last time.
Well, it's room 311A, so my guess is third floor.
Third floor, yeah.
I'm just guessing.
Wow.
Jeremy says, no Mario Kart stream tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for reminding me. He is going to be doing a special Cobra cast probably all this week. There's just a lot of political stuff happening. So Jeremy's going to be over there. He's going to give the team a break so we can do whatever we want, which is fun, I guess. And then he will be over on the D-Day Cobra channel. He might do Fortnite later after that, depending on how he feels. So go enjoy Cobra Cast. There will be a Tuesday night's main event, even if Jeremy is stuck over in Cobra Cast land. So just so you know.
Taker for 2. Thrawn. Ahsoka is coming. Don't lock it down. Yay. Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much all 8 episodes.
What a retard. Cole Hauser for 2. Jay, you a comic of shipwreck fighting pirates. Maybe do a comic of shipwreck fighting pirates. 199.
Funny you should say that. Later this year, I will be dropping a pirate graphic novel book called Daughter's Revenge. I talked about it on my channel. It's kind of like a pirate mixed with Indiana Jones that goes after religious relics. So it's all done. Just putting everything together. So it's gonna be awesome.
It's funny. I'm scrolling through the list for MegaCon, and an hour before our panel in theater number 2, so like right next door, all about Ahsoka.
Is it really?
It's all about Ahsoka with Iman Esfandi, so the guy who plays Ezra, and the chick who plays that Night Sister girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
People, every boy, girl, man, woman will all be dressed as Ahsoka when they go into that. They go to that panel. They're all going to walk out and watch Ryan walk in the next room.
Left Town Media for 5. Do you think Darth Maul will be the primary villain in episode 10? No. Thank you. A Money Wilson, and I don't even think it's going to be called episode 10. I don't think they're going to.
No, I don't either. I think they're done with that. I think it'll just be standalones, like Ryan said.
A Money Wilson, member for 10 months. Have Krista play Pal World. Sounds like exactly what she wants. Hunting and cooking Pokemon. Yeah, that's true.
Cooking.
That'd be cool. But all right, guys, that's going to be it for us. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll be back tomorrow. Talk to you guys later. Peace, everybody.